I know exactly what the difference is, because I remember the first death my husband saw. And it was on the Congress Street Bridge, a girl who had fallen from her bike. She was riding on the road, and a car, you could see the tire tracks in her body. And he ran to a phone. You asked me before who was his chaplain. It was me, because he ran to the phone and he called me. She happened to look like me, actually. And he was a young man, and I remember how devastated that was to him. You wouldn't have seen it in his face. He didn't move a muscle if you were looking at him, but I could hear it in his voice and when I listened when he came home. That's a young man who experiences and sees death. He told me about, as do the officers today, the first time there was a motorcycle accident, and we used to have Harleys. And he came upon a man who was dying, who had lost a limb. And he held him while he died. He was a young man. By the time you're 40s and 50s, the officers that I see who have seen those things, they handle it, I think, maybe outwardly differently, but I don't think it in any way impacts them any differently. It's still a human life, and you'll talk to them and they handle it differently when you're talking to them, but the impact is all the same. It touches their soul. I haven't seen one officer through my husband's work or in other situations that it means something to all of them to lose a life.